Now isn't that a pretty thing? Hey everybody, it's Model Man Tom here. Another in the series of building a computer. I had a little downtime on that for one day, so I slapped this one together. I still got to put the sound card in there. I'll do that tonight. The only problem with this one now is that the Ethernet's not working, so that's giving me a really huge hassle. I lost 2 hours trying to figure out that one last night, and just about all the other components came in on this one. I've got a little more RAM coming, and I'm trying to make a decision on the graphics card. The new one I bought has gone into this machine because it's so quiet, but this one I'm using a much older one. It's kind of underperforming for the rest of the system, and we'll see how that goes. First note I'm going to tell you about building a computer. Well, this is obviously many notes now. Is that never put the walls on until it's actually fully armed and operational, because you're just going to keep pulling them off. It's nice to see how the case looks all closed up, but never bother putting the walls on, because there's always going to be some change, tweak, or modification that you need to make that will require you to pull it open again. So I went ahead and installed all the drives here. Routed all the cables real nice and pretty, and really I gotta say this is one of the best cases I've ever bought. I used to love this one over here, but this is definitely my favorite now. I think I was going to show you about plugging the drives in, but really there's nothing to it. Standard SATA cables either look like, let's get a close-up here. So these two ends are typical of cables, and these two cables are very typical of SATA cables. They'll either have a clip, which helps lock the drive into place and onto the motherboard. Rather, it locks the cable into place and onto the motherboard. It's very handy. Or they don't, in which case it just slots on, no problem. Either way, it's just a matter of plugging them in. The power cable is the same thing. These do not have clips at all on them, and it's just a matter of figuring out which end is keyed properly and plugging it in like that. Now, one thing, let me get this back here. They are very tight fits, I'll give them that. You do have to use some strength, and make sure they're well seated in there once you do got them. What was I just going to say? See, the only modification I made that I'm not exactly sure of right now is that the optical disc drive, which is DVD, CD, Blu-ray, anything like that, right now you can see that the cable is coming out of there, running underneath the video card, outside to the external SATA port. So I'm hoping that even though that's on the external, it will still show up as an internal drive, and I'll be able to boot and do all my stuff from that drive. It's a little bit of a chance. If it doesn't work initially for the installing Windows, I'll just unplug one of these guys and plug the drive into that, get everything going, and then set these drives up for the RAID array that I'm looking for. The only other thing I did was to pull this fan out from the other case. This is a nice little thing I picked up for 10 bucks several years ago. It's one fan on each side. One of them blows in, the other blows out. They can be pulled in or out depending on what height you want them at. So the one on the far side here, that's pretty much as far as that's going to go. It's pointing up right now, so it's hitting a hard drive. And this one I'll be leaving out pointing up as well. You can actually pinch these and pull the fans out and flip them upside down. But in this case I want them both blowing up because there's a lot of fans going on down here. There's two in front right in there to blow across the drives. We've got this one here we've got that one there, and then there's actually one on the case wall right about here. So this whole interior is going to have a lot of air movement going on. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I'm ready to start this up tonight. And the only other thing coming in immediately is a bit more RAM. So I'll throw that in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm looking forward to booting this up. We saw the BIOS in a previous video. And we'll take a look at that again really quick when I go for the next boot. And we'll go for installing Windows as well. Thanks for watching. See ya.